Good morning, Auburn High School. It's Tuesday, March 1st, a blue day. I'm Anna Hart.
And I'm Leanne Reynolds, and this is AHS Today.
Today we're going to take a look at Newsflash with Dakota and Cameron.
And we'll also see who Julie Mann and Lexi Beasley are shouting out on Shoutout, as well as an ACT tip brought to you by AHS Now.
But before we can get to that, we'll give the top of the morning to you. There will be a mandatory meeting for all NTHS members to discuss the upcoming induction ceremony. The meeting will be held at 3:30 in the lunchroom today. International Friend Club will meet after school in room 212. New National Honor Society inductees who have an approved absence from last week's induction ceremony must attend the makeup ceremony Wednesday, March 2nd at 7:45 a.m. in the multimedia room. Please see Ms. Robertson or Ms. Watts with any questions. The Junior Civitan March meeting will be held Wednesday, March 2nd at 3:30 p.m. in the multimedia room. The AHS Film Appreciation Society will meet Wednesday afternoon at 3:30 in room 9103 to watch the film 2001: A Space Odyssey. Anime Society will meet Wednesday after school in room 202. The Sheet will hold a meeting after school on Wednesday in room 802 to discuss the next issue. Environmental Action Committee will meet Thursday, March 3rd after school in Ms. Maxwell's room. Educate membership forms are available in Ms. Yeager's room and are due by March 11th. Auditions for the 2016-2017 school year for the Auburn Choral Company will be held the week of March 7th through the 11th. For any questions, please email Mr. Smith. Applications for the 2016 through 2017 AHS Athletic Training Program are now available. Students can stop by Ms. Cornell's room 1204 at AHS or the athletic office at AHS to pick up an application. The deadline is Friday, March 11th, 2016, and that's top of the morning.
So our softball team has their BP Pack game tonight.
It's at 6:30 and they play against Central, so
make sure you all go out and help support and raise money for cancer.
Now we'll go see how Newsflash is covering Supreme Court Justice Scalia's death.
Hey AHS, my name is Cameron Farr and this is Newsflash, your weekly report of news from around the world. This week we're covering the death of Supreme Court Justice Scalia and how his death is affecting the 2016 presidential race. Let's go to Dakota as he talks to some of our teachers about more information.
Ms. Foster, Mr. York, explain to us the significance of what this means, a Supreme Court justice passing away in the middle of such a big election.
Every election is big, every presidential election is big, but a Supreme Court vacancy in the presidential election year is a big deal because the president is in the period of trying to work on his legacy. The focus is kind of shifting on who's going to be the next president. So the Constitution, under the constitutional rules, the president nominates a Supreme Court justice, whoever he thinks is qualified, or it should be, and it's the Senate's job then to check that person out, make sure they're properly qualified, and they sign off or not. And right now, because President Obama is a Democrat, he's going to probably want a justice with certain viewpoints on the big issues. But the Republican senators control the Senate. They have a different view of what they want out of a justice. So that's where a lot of the concern is coming from.
I think also a lot of the concern comes from that when the Founding Fathers wrote the Constitution and created the Supreme Court, they deliberately created a court to have no ties in voting or in political leanings. And so the significance is that as much as you want politics to stay out of courts, now with one of the justices gone, they created 9, a Chief Justice and 8 Associate Justices. Now you've got 4 and 4. You've got the potential for a tie. And that defeats the whole purpose of what Article 3 in the Constitution created, a no-tie system. And so the significance is, you're defeating the whole purpose of what the Constitution says is the Supreme Court supposed to be about. Plus, if you go with the timetable of waiting on a new president, then at the earliest, you're looking at this time next year, February, before you get a new justice on the Supreme Court. And is that really fair for all the people who have waited so long to get their case to the court?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
It's now time to go see who Julie Mann and Lexi Beasley are shouting out on Shoutout.
Scream and shout and let it all out and scream scream and shout and let it out. We saying oh, we are.
Hey Alton High School, I'm Lexi Beasley. And I'm Julie Mann. And this week we're starting off our shout out by shouting out Miss Antoine for hosting a great World Fair.
Thanks Julie and Lexi. Shout out to the girls tennis team for winning their last tournament.
Thanks Miss Antoine. Shout out to the girls softball team for having a winning record so far. Thanks Sarah and Glenn.
Shout out to baseball for winning their first game.
Thanks Auburn High School. What's your shout out?
Oh gosh.
Wonder what the ACT tips are?
Let's go check it out.
Hey guys, I'm Miss Gwen and I'm the photography teacher here at the high school. Your ACT tip for the day is to never spend too much time on any one question.
It's now time to see what the Teague sisters are doing today on lunch.
Alex, it's 8 in the morning. What are you doing? I'm working out before I eat some catfish fingers for lunch today. Good luck with that.
Thanks for tuning in. That's AHS Today.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and observe for a moment of silence.